We are so lucky to be here today to celebrate these two, their love story, and all of the goodness still to come in the future. Waking up in the flowers. The story of Kira and Dutch first started at the Commonwealth Bank in Canning Vale. Kira was working as a bank teller and Dutch was a customer that had visited the bank on and off for about 5 years. They never had a proper conversation at the bank, besides about banking transactions, but they did notice each other. Then one night, Dutch's friends dragged him to Eve nightclub. He didn't want to go, he wasn't in the mood, but they encouraged him and he finally agreed. Luckily he did, because across the room, there she was, the chick from the bank.
Say a word, hold a hand, laugh.
Kira is one of the strongest women I know. I hope that most of that comes from some advice I gave her, Mum gave her. Oh, and me too. One piece of advice was that there was nothing wrong with going on a date with a man younger than yourself. And that's true, because I married one younger than myself, so you're in the good books there, mate.
The very first thing that I must do tonight is to commend and thank Kira's mother, Lynette, for the excellent work she's done over the years in raising Kira to become the beautiful woman that we have with us today. Along the way, she has nurtured in Kira those qualities that we all respect, appreciate, and value so highly.
In every single moment.
I am so chuffed that him and Kira are married, because I know my son is in a safe place, and that means the world to a mum, and every mum in this place would feel the same as I do. Our kids are so important, so Kira, I thank you for loving my son, because I see how much you love him, and I know he's got a big personality like his mum. We're very much the same, and I am so proud of you, son, and I'm also so proud of your golf.
Just stop and smell the roses.
Dutch has always been a quiet and reserved person. Alright, good. You all know him, so I can skip that bit. To when we first met. I've known Dutch for as long as I can remember, forced together from an early age because of our parents. Because they were friends, it wasn't really a choice. We may not have started off as close as we are today. We've had our ups and downs. Our ups include bonding over just about every childhood fad that hit our generation. Pokemon, Beyblades, Yu-Gi-Oh, Warhammer, Call of Duty. I can keep fucking going. These were fueled by sleepovers and long holiday periods comprised of jumping train tracks and watching Nickelodeon.
Kira was on a night out for her now maid of honour Rashida's birthday and noticed Dutch in the distance. Straight away, Dutch approached Kira and said, "Hey, you work at the bank?" And she replied, "Yes, and your name is Dutch." He remembers being super impressed and blown away that she also knew who he was.
With everything in motion.
On one of their first dates, they were at a bar in Vic Park and a few of Dutch's friends happened to be there. Kira invited them over and Dutch remembers thinking, "This girl is really cool. She just goes with the flow." And it made him really want to pursue a relationship with her.
And I sat there, and when she told me about this guy, Dutch, I thought, okay, let's meet him. I walked into the room, I saw him, and he melted me straight away, because this man has a smile that lights up the universe. Everything inside of Dutch comes out, and it shines love. And that is all us girls here ever wanted for her.
Kira, when I look into your eyes, you're looking back in mine, Everything feels not quite normal because I feel stronger and weaker at the same time. I feel excited and at the same time terrified.
Dutch. Since the day I first met you, I knew you were special. There's a saying, right person, wrong time. What it doesn't tell you is that if it's truly meant to be, that right person will find their way into your life at the right time. And you did. I couldn't have imagined in that moment we'd end up here today.
The truth is, I don't know what I feel, except I know what kind of man I want to be. In your eyes, I have found my home. In your heart, I have found my love. In your soul, I have found my mate. With you, I am whole, full, alive. You make me laugh. You let me cry. You are my breath, my every heartbeat.
We've been through more over the years than most have in a lifetime, but it has made us stronger than any couple I've ever known. I love how not only you have chosen to love me, you embraced the role you took in the boys' lives and became the final piece of our family. You make me laugh every single day, but more so you make me feel loved, safe and whole.
A few years ago, Dutch encountered the best part of his life, the birth of his beautiful daughter Arrow. Following that, he faced the roughest part of his life. But thankfully, at his lowest, Kira came stumbling into his life. A true saviour. Not enough can be said about Kira's compassion, kindness, understanding and willingness to put others before herself.
But what I have learned in the relatively short time I've known Dutch is that he is a genuine and extremely likeable young man. I found him to be confident, intelligent, caring, generous, honest, reliable, and absolutely obsessed with golf.
I pledge to listen to your advice and occasionally take it. I pledge to never take score, even if I'm totally winning. I pledge to always admire your huge, strong, kind and determined heart.
I love you completely and endlessly, and I accept you entirely as you are. I promise to honour and respect you, support and encourage you. I promise to always fight with you and for you, never against you. I remember we're not perfect. Well, you aren't. I'm pretty close.
This could be our one chance. We'll send a postcard when we're through. We'll get there together. We'll get there together. I'll meet you at the starting line. Don't you ever leave my side. We'll get there together. We'll get there together. If it takes all day or night, hand in hand we'll both arrive. Oh, 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 You wanna see the sunrise, starry nights and endless seas. We're writing our own story. Let's go and make this what it's meant to be. Let's scream it out.
But we're perfect for each other. I promise to always be your biggest fan and supporter, but I also promise I won't stop asking you if you've set your alarm. I promise to always listen to your endless golf ramblings, as long as you promise to always tell me which club to use when I'm not sure. But most of all, I promise to love you without hesitation or boundaries from this day forward for the rest of my life.
Standing next to me.
I pledge that I will love you through whatever, forever.
Next to me.
It is now my greatest joy and pleasure to pronounce you as husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.